After I spoke up at a pro-Palestine protest.
Yes, you can march and protest with passion. You can demand the protection of civilian life. But no, you cannot call for violent jihad. And I want to speak directly to those who choose to continue to protest.
The UK is cancelling visas for protesters and sending students back home from universities. Hey everyone, welcome back to our Channel Travel Abroad migration. We're glad you're here. Today, we've got some interesting news to share. The UK has started...
Hey viewers, welcome back to the channel. It's a girl VeraMoore and I'm back with another reaction video. Today I'm going to be reacting to travel abroad migration, and we have UK begins Muslim deportation and visa ban for all protesters. UK continues crackdown on Islamists. I feel it is about time. They should be deported. You're in another man's land and you have the guts, you have the audacity to be protesting. Oh my gosh, they should be deported. I feel like finally they are doing something right. Okay guys, before we get started, we have some amazing people watching us for the first time. If you are new to the channel, hello, I'm Vera. I do reaction videos. This is something that you love. Why not join Vera City? Hit the subscribe button below, turn on the post notification bell so that you can always be the first person to know whenever a new video drops. And that, guys, let's go on.
Cancelling visas of protesters and sending students back home from universities. Stay tuned to get all the details. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for more updates. Let's dive right into it. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's UK government is taking a tough stance on protests and national security through new visa policies. These measures aim to revoke the visas of foreign nationals involved in activities seen as chaotic or threatening to national security. Recently, this policy gained attention when a Palestinian student's visa was revoked after participating in a pro-Palestinian demonstration at her university. This action mirrors warnings issued by former US President Donald Trump about visa cancellations for those causing disruptions on American campuses. The UK's actions have sparked questions about their timing, motives, and potential consequences, especially with upcoming general elections on the horizon. The case of Dana Aboukamar, a Palestinian law student in the UK, highlights this concern. Her student visa was cancelled after she participated in a pro-Palestinian demonstration. Dana Aboukamar expressed her pride and solidarity against oppression both during and after the protest. However, her statements were interpreted by the UK government as a possible threat to national security, leading to the visa revocation. Dana Aboukamar, who has faced personal tragedy with the loss of 15 family members in Gaza, argues that the government's actions are unjust and violate her rights. Her legal team has filed a human rights appeal against this decision, challenging the government's justification. This situation underscores the delicate balance between national security concerns and individual rights, prompting a closer examination of the government's actions and their implications. The UK Home Office maintains that visa cancellations can occur when individuals engage in unacceptable extremist behaviour that fosters hatred and has the potential to incite inter-community violence. In Dana Aboukamar's case, the government labelled her as a public safety risk. A spokesperson from the Home Office emphasised that while they do not comment on individual cases, revocation of state permits can be justified when linked to activities that threaten public order or national security. This stance highlights broader implications regarding the government's actions. It underscores the importance of balancing individual rights with the need to maintain public safety and national security. While the specifics of each case may vary, the overarching concern remains the potential impact of extremist behaviour on society as a whole. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has underscored a zero-tolerance approach to discrimination on university campuses. He recently announced a funding increase of £500,000 for the University Jewish Chaplaincy Service to enhance the welfare support for Jewish students.
I love the fact that she was deported. Now that she's been deported, I think she would learn how to use her brain. she should be sent back to her Muslim country where she came from. I'm sorry, they said she lost 15 of her family members in Gaza. Instead of her to keep her head down, she's still protesting. I feel like those Muslims that are doing all these protests, they should all be deported. They should be deported. I was watching a video some time ago where these Muslims, they gathered together and they were saying something negative. They're like, we hate America. And they were putting it on camera. They were saying such hateful words. We hate America. This. They were screaming. It was awful. Those set of people, those people in that video, they should all be deported back to where they came from. Because by the time you deport them, their brain will come back. Their senses will come back. I'm sure this girl have learned her lesson. She has learned her lesson now that she has been deported. Because I don't know why you will go to another man's land, another man's country. You go there and you start protesting and start. So you should keep your head down and be law abiding. You are there doing something else. What do you expect? I love the government for what they did. They should ban their visas and deport them since they are not grateful. They're even there. They are trying to change the whole system. Who are you guys? Come on. Gosh, let's go on.
This initiative is part of a broader strategy aimed at addressing pro-Palestinian protests, which the government links with hate speech and threats to national security. Critics argue that the government's stance risks conflating legitimate political criticism with extremist behaviour, potentially stifling free speech and peaceful protest. In comparison to the United States, where violent scenes and heavy police crackdowns have been observed on campuses, British universities have largely experienced peaceful rallies. This contrast highlights differing approaches to handling protests and underscores the importance of protecting both freedom of expression and public safety. These demonstrations often attract a diverse range of participants, including Jewish students and scholars who join pro-Palestinian protests in solidarity. However, the UK's new policies signal a shift towards stricter control and surveillance of foreign students' activities, echoing concerns raised in the US about freedom of speech and civil liberties. The legal and ethical debate surrounding the revocation of visas based on participation in protests raises critical questions. Dana Abukamar argues that her behaviour does not pose a threat to public order, and that her visa cancellation reflects a broader issue of bias and suppression of free speech. Her appeal highlights the tension between national security measures and individual rights, particularly in a context where political expression is protected. This debate underscores the need for a careful balance between safeguarding national security and upholding fundamental freedoms. As the UK approaches its general elections, the timing of these measures raises concerns about possible political motives to portray a strong stance on national security and immigration. The government's actions may sway public opinion and influence voter behaviour, especially among those prioritising national security and immigration control. However, these measures also carry the risk of alienating segments of the population who value civil liberties and the right to peaceful protest. The outcome of these policies and their impact on the election remain uncertain. While they may resonate with certain voters, they could also provoke backlash from those who perceive them as infringing upon individual rights. Ultimately, the balance between security measures and civil liberties will continue to be a key issue for voters to consider as they cast their ballots. The UK's new visa policies, particularly the revocation of visas for those participating in protests, represent a notable departure in the government's approach to national security and immigration. The case of Dana Abukamar highlights the complexities and controversies surrounding these measures. As the debate persists, it is essential to strike a balance between security concerns and the protection of individual rights and freedoms. The outcomes of ongoing legal challenges and public responses will undoubtedly influence the future trajectory of immigration and national security policies in the UK. It is imperative for policymakers to carefully consider the implications of these measures and strive for solutions that uphold both security and civil liberties. Only through thoughtful deliberation and consideration of diverse perspectives can a fair and effective approach be achieved. In the ever-evolving landscape of immigration and national security, the recent actions of the UK government highlight the delicate balance between maintaining order and respecting individual freedoms. The government's stance on visa cancellations for protest participants is a contentious issue that will continue to generate debate and scrutiny, especially with general elections approaching. The impact of these policies on the political and social fabric of the nation will become increasingly evident in the coming months. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Your thoughts and comments are valuable to us, so please.
Okay, so I feel like the UK, they are doing something right. Why would you come to another country and start to protest? They should deport them, since they don't value what they have. Imagine, she's a law student and she just lost her studentship. I feel sorry for her. All protectors should have their visas banned. They should go back to where they came from. You're in another man's land, you are doing protests, you are feeling fly, so able to lay low. It's not your country. Most of these people, they'll come on internet and tell us how much they hate America, how much they hate the UK, how much they hate everything. They do not like the countries, yet they are in the country. Then what are you doing there? You don't like the country. What are you doing there? Go back to your country. There are over 50 Muslim countries in the world. Why not go back to them and live your life there? So when you're going to America, Western countries, and causing havoc, they'll go there, they'll start their protests in groups. You know, that video I saw was so annoying. They gathered themselves together and they're like, we hate America. We don't like this country. They don't do this. Well, they were like, they don't like the Western tradition. Why would they be smoking? Why would they be drinking? You're in another man's land. You're complaining how they are behaving. First of all, they didn't even invite you to come to their country. You came uninvited. You're just like a visitor that goes to visit somebody and you're there complaining that, and you go to someone's house and you're like, why is the house arranged this way? I don't like the way your house is. You came unexpected though. You're like, no, why did you hang your picture? Bring it down. Why is your house like this? I don't like it. It sounds so absurd. That's exactly what these Muslims are doing. So I'm so glad, I'm so happy that they are finally deporting them. If they deport all of them, peace will be restored. What are your takes on this? What are your thoughts? Please drop your comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a huge thumbs up and please share this video. And if you're new to the channel, join VeraCity. Hit the subscribe button below, turn on the post notification bell so that you can always be the first person to know whenever a new video drops. And that, guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.